After good morning. I was going to say afternoon. Okay. Welcome, Trading with Tay, YouTube videos where I create videos to hold myself accountable. All right. So just kind of just chilling right now. Today is PPI news, which happened at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. As you can see, it pushed down um, on the NASDAQ. I just, well, okay. I trade the NASDAQ, but it happened here on ES as well as YM, which is the Dow. Okay. I'm focusing on, hey man, what it do, right? Push down. Okay. Um, Took out all this liquidity right here, these lows. Okay. There's resting sell, or I'm sorry, buy stops underneath there. Okay. So this whole area right here took it out. A little bit over here of this previous day. When was this? 5/9 uh lunchtime session. Um Took out all that liquidity. Okay. So I think pretty confident to say that we've had this buy side liquidity. If you look on the daily, you know what I've been doing lately? I just been primarily focused on, what's the daily doing, right? What's the daily doing? Came up here, right here. I'm gonna draw circles. Came up here, stopped. What did it do? Came right here. When was this? This was 5/10. This was on 5/10. This was on Friday. Today is Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. So this was last Friday. I'm extremely bullish, right? Like I said in my previous video, I may sound crazy, but uh I'm pretty bullish. I was looking on the daily here as well. We had this, I'm going to draw this out. Nice little thing right here. See this little gap right here on the daily? Right there. That's called a volume imbalance. Okay. Volume imbalance. Price came down during PPI and shot back up. So I'm expecting for price to go into the 18,350, 18,350 and to bust up above that. Okay. So this is on the daily. Okay. So we have those highs right there. That's going to be in the form of buy side liquidity where people went short right here, people went short right here. So it's gonna generate that liquidity. They shot it down. What they do, just like I said before, they're gonna take out all them buys, or I'm sorry, uh, all them sell stops for the people who went long. Okay, that you had buyers, you know, you had buyers right here, you had buyers right here, you had buyers right here, and what did it do over here? Boom, 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 took it out. Okay, so nobody's profitable right now in longs. Okay, nobody's profitable in longs. Um, so it's always looking at the market and asking ourselves, okay, it just hit this. Now where's it wanting to go to? And 18,350 is absolutely. If I somebody put a gun to my head and said, "Taylor, where's price going to go?" This is not financial advice, of course, but 18,350 is just up there, right? That's the main shebang that I'm looking at. Yesterday was Monday. Um, I was looking at this. I'm going to kind of get rid of this here. Well, I guess I'll keep it. Kind of had a volume imbalance, or I'm sorry, a fair value gap right here in the Asia session. Price came down real nicely, rejected off of it. Okay, price came down, rejected nicely off of it. Price came down to this last down close candle with this little area as well. Um, you could actually make this in its own right an order block. Get rid of this, rid of this. As you can see right here, let's get rid of this fair value gap box. Let's get rid of these kill zone boxes right here. Um, Price respected it, right? Price respected it really nicely. There. This is how I draw them out. I go from the high, last down close candle for the up moves. I do the whole section. And then I'll get my other box right here. I'll go from the high to the midsection. And then I want to drag that out. And then I want to put a middle line box on. Okay. So get rid of this. And this is where we bounced off real nicely. Okay. Off this down close candle before the up move. It also closed up a couple of inefficiencies right here. Just a couple smally guys, but nonetheless, it did. Body tells you the story. You know, the wicks do the damage. The body was saying, "Hey, we like it." Filled up this BISI, this buy side inefficiency, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency, BISI. Okay, buy side imbalance, sell side efficiency. Bounced up. Okay, came up, and then they just used PPI as an excuse. Shot down, took out all the sell side. Now, when we're looking at this, we also need to be conscientious of the dollar. Okay, we need to be conscientious of the dollar. Inverse, right? Anything that the dollar does, we want to expect, YMs and the ESs and NASDAQs to do the exact opposite. You got some relative equal highs up here. Nothing really too concerning to write home about. What did it do up here? Just came up here to this last up close candle on the daily. Okay. Once again, on our order blocks, up close candle for the down move. And the way I draw those out, you can actually see it just hits it perfect, right? And this is the way the ICT forms up his order blocks. So what I do, right, is I go from the highest high to the lowest low of this last up close candle before the down move. And then what I like to do is what he talks about is cutting that in half, right there to right there. Okay. And it hits it right to the tick, right there. And that rejects down. Now, where do I see it going? If we go on the weekly, so we just rejected off that, which is nicely. When we're bullish, of course, with the indices. Price came down. There's a couple areas that I'm looking at. I see, well, relative equal highs up here. I don't think that will be anywhere close to that. Maybe see where we bounce off of when it on the weekly time frame at 104.86 7 or 104.86, and then see how we react from there. If it wants to keep pushing price down, it could. That's going to be the area for today, for the day that I want to see on the dollar. 514 of 24, so 104.86 at least. Focusing that on the dollar, then we'll go back to NQs, NQM. That's the month we're on. Okay. Yeah, same thing here. We had that. Oh, yeah, daily. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was a volume imbalance with. Okay, pretty much all I'm saying is, once we came down there, I'm going to be bullish. And this is not financial advice. Okay, this is just coming from me. I'm bullish at 18,350 and beyond that. On my previous video, I said, guys, I'm still bullish. Absolutely. You come down here, fill up this, see how it's respecting, boom, respecting that buy side balance, sell side inefficiency, that BISI. Okay, but that's just a fair value gap, from that high to that low, fair value gap. Bounced to the midpoint, broke a little bit of it, but we ain't too worried about that. Actually, this is a volume imbalance, so we would add that into the fair value gap. Perfectly bounced off the midpoint and rejected. Looking on the weekly of the NASDAQ, hey, last down close candle before the up move right here. Okay, I said this in my previous video, bounced down, close of Friday, and then what did it do? It had a new week opening gap right above that last down close candle, that order block, and that's what set it off, right? That was a tricky one. This area for me, I'm not afraid to say it, was extremely tricky, right? It was legitimately. It just was. It that was a really messed up Friday. It just the way it hit, right? The way it just came down. All this. Um, it's kind of funny because I was just telling a person the other day. I was saying like when I first started trading, I loved shorts. Okay, why? Well, they were just really quick and they were really easy. You know, when we think of like the market goes up, like little stair steps, little stair steps, little stair steps, and then this is is a down day, right? And you can see here, you know, um, yeah, right here, right, comes up, down. Okay, get rid of this magnet. I'm just kind of drawing this out, I just to show myself, you know, comes up, dances up, dances. A little bit of drawdown, nothing too crazy. Up, a little drawdown, nothing crazy. Up, and then look at that big, just down, right? It just shot straight down. So all this stair step, and then right when we get to the door, what's it do? It just tanks. Boom. But that brings a lot of panic for people, and it throws a lot of people off, right? Because, you know, since I get hell, I'll count. You know, since the beginning of the year, well, even before that, what was that? November, October. Since October, no, November. November, just moving up, down, moving up, and then we had that big sudden that that throws a lot of people off, so, you know, psychologically as well, because there are areas down here that price could very easily go to. You know, we could come up to, you know, that inefficiency. If we look at the range on the weekly, you know, let's just count this guy right here. Game box, you know, from this high to this low, there's nothing saying that price couldn't go underneath all this, you know, under equilibrium, right? Anyways, enough about that. But it was definitely a big shock. And you know, things are weird right now. You know, I don't think we've seen the realization of what is going on with I'll be honest, the COVID money. You know, a lot of money was pumped into these markets. A lot of money. A lot of money. And so I'm just kind of just wondering, you know, what's going to be the great tilt here. Okay, so I think all this right here is generated for retail traders to go short. They're going to look at this line. Okay, what's this want to push down to? Well, it could go to the consequent encroachment of this wick, you know, to shove down. Um, a lot of things could happen while it's going down, but all this and I'll even make a video tomorrow. But remember this, right? Remember this at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I said that we were going to push up to 18,350. So remember that, okay? Remember that I told you that this area, I'm going to, for some reason, I need to make my screen bigger. That this area is just going to be a section for retail shorts to get in. This is what we call a buy side generator, right? It generates buy side liquidity. It generates shorts to get into the marketplace. So when the big money gets in, right, on longs, they have something to sell to, right? But with these orders that the bank has, or, you know, real big money, you know, they can't just get into the, you know, internal range liquidity right here and just get orders, right? So they have to generate liquidity in order to fill their large orders. Same exact thing happened. Let's get off the hour here. Same exact thing happened right here, right? So with PPI coming out, you see all this? It had to think. I want you to think about this real quick, right? Look how much liquidity it had to generate, boom, boom, and generate, boom. All this liquidity, right? All this, and then one sudden move, boom. It just takes it out. Like that's pretty powerful. When you start seeing the market, for me, when I was looking at the markets and I was like, shit, it's kind of haunting, right? Think about it. Just for fun, right? Okay, how far down did it go to? Even okay, it even pushed below right here. So this building of sell side liquidity started May 9th. Today is May 14th. This started last Thursday. Building, 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 building. All these orders, right? All those orders just to have it come down just like that. Boom. It snaked all your orders. Okay. So it's something to really think about when you look at that. We're not looking at no moving averages, anything like that. When you can simply see the market, I'm not talking about getting in at the perfect time, but staying on the 1 hour or the day or like the daily, the weekly, of course, you're going to get like a broader perspective. Like, whoa, man. Like, damn, they really did have to produce all that in order to drop. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, sure, like, yeah, like look at all this, dude. All that trend line, all this. Retail got in on these shorts, shorts. Who's profitable right now, dude? All these guys. All these guys are shorts, are short right now. They're in profit, right? They're in profit. At the end of the day, where do I see us going? Right up here to this buy side liquidity. Up to 18,709. And I promise you, we will hit this very, very soon. As a matter of fact, do I think CPI will take it up? Absolutely. Absolutely 110% I do. But most importantly, we are day traders, we're not weekly traders. We just need to take small bite-sized pieces out of the market, just paper trading. But 18,350 for today, and I'll leave you off with that. 18,350 is what I'm looking at. But I'm also going to be babysitting the dollar. The dollar, I don't know. The dollar's not completely sold right now. You know, like if I put, here's why. Okay, when we write, okay, no, let's go down. Yeah, let's go down to the hourly. Okay, when were we pushing? We're pushing. Oh, that's right. On that leg, on this leg, how DXY had its up move the same time that the NQ, and this is on the hourly chart, by the way, had their up move. I don't like seeing that, right? If the dollar pushes down, Nasdaq goes up in ES. That's the idea. And so when we're moving in the same direction, it kind of makes it a little difficult. It makes trading, in my opinion, a little sloppy, a little sloppy. So let's go back to ES. That's 24. ES 24 higher highs. Oh, this was on SMT divergences. Those are powerful. I'll explain that in another video, but yeah, those were. That's another video. That's another video. Just delete those drawings right now. Okay, so that's where we're at. That's where we're at. Powell's speaking, I believe, right now. So, um, be mindful. 18,350. 18,350. Wish you guys good luck, and remember, this is not financial advice. Be bullish. Absolutely, be bullish. Um, uh, yeah, election year, a lot of buy sides generating right now, boys. just came down. So think about it. Where's it want to go now? Okay. Um, just thank you for if you watch this video. Like I said, I'm making these videos to hold myself accountable, and if you're a day trader, I expect you to do the same. Uh, create YouTube content and just tell them your views on the market and where you see price going, even if you're wrong. Make a disclaimer saying, hey, this is only for myself. I'll hold myself accountable, and this is not financial advice. You should try it. It really puts your mind in a different area. But okay, thank you guys, and I will talk to you hopefully tomorrow. And we'll see if that 18350 on the NQs gets tagged. So